Week 1 of NFL football 2020 has come and went. The 2020 season of NFL football is here, boys and girls, and it looks like a continuation of the 2019 season if you're a New York Jets fan. It looks like a continuation of the worst parts of that season, and that was a very, very terrible season, as I'm sure you know if you're a Jets fan. The final score of Week 1 for the New York Jets against the Buffalo Bills at the Buffalo Bills home, where maybe there's not a lot of home field advantage anymore. There's no crowds in 2020 in most stadiums. We've seen some stadiums that have them, and it looks like that's a real advantage this year, is if you can have some people in some fans in the stands. But the game for the New York Jets ends with a final score: Jets 17, Bills 27. This score does not tell you the whole story of this damn game, and let me tell you, it was terrible. It was horrible to watch. As a Jet fan, you're getting flashbacks. It was not good. The Jets look completely unprepared, and Sam Darnold looks terrible in his loss. Homie went for 21 of 35 attempts, 215 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. 69 of these yards comes from this little fluke play from Jamison Crowder. Little bubble screen to Jamison Crowder that goes all the way 69 for 1 touchdown. That's 69 yards of 215. This leaves you with only 146 yards by Sam Darnold and 0 touchdowns. That tells you a little more accurate picture of what's going on. And only 10 points to the Bills' 27. And that could have that score could have easily been racked up. It was a terrible performance. It was a terrible showout. The Jets were unprepared. They're unprepared again under this head coach. Again. Josh Allen. Unprepared for Josh Allen. Unprepared for his running. This is on the defensive side of the ball, let alone the offense. Now, the defense did show a little heart. And let me tell you, Marcus May is filling in that spot. He's filling in, at least for Week 1, that spot for Jamal Adams. I've seen some people say that maybe it tells you that Jamal Adams was kind of like a system kind of, I've heard that from one guy. I've heard that. I don't believe Jamal Adams is a system kind of guy. Him and Marcus May ended up having a little bit better, a similar day. Marcus May was a little bit better, but they had a little bit of a similar day. And that just goes to show you that Marcus May was this dog that we had there. But we knew this. We've known this as Jets fans. We've known this. We've known that Marcus May is, like, I was calling it. I know I was calling it. We had the best safety tandem in the league. Marcus May is great in coverage. And as we saw yesterday, he can put some things together up on that line, being the box safety kind of guy. But as for the rest of the team, we didn't really see much. Bless Austin played all right. Desir got benched. Pierre Desir. They were just getting burned. There was the plays that they were making. The Bills were able to find soft zones in the plays that we were calling zone, and we tried to make some adjustments to Josh Allen, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. Both coaches here looked like they weren't ready for this. We're missing a lot of talent. I'll give them that. We're missing a lot of talent, but at what point is that an excuse for the abysmal play, for the abysmal play calling? More so on the offensive side, per usual. This is what we get to see. Things absolutely need to change. For one thing, this is a fact. We all, as Jet fans, need to see this as a fact. Sam Darnold needs a QB coach. I don't know what he's doing in the offseason, but listen, man, I can't. It's hard. We overreacting to Week 1. We know how that is, but it just looks like a continuation of the bad stuff that we've seen before. The footwork, the terrible call by Sam Darnold to just go out of bounds in a situation where all you have to do is just throw the ball away. He just goes out of bounds, you lose his yardage instead of getting sacked. You practically got sacked, big guy. You got to throw that ball away, and you got to know that as a third-year quarterback in this league. What is he doing? He needs a QB coach. I know he's working with Carson Palmer, but what do they work? Are they not doing situational football over there? Are they not working on his footwork over there? He's still making these errant throws, and he looked terrible. A lot of these throws that Sam Darnold were throwing in this game were absolutely atrocious. I'm not ready to give up on Sam Darnold, though. And I think the majority of Jets fans aren't ready to give up either. I think we're in the same boat, and we see what I'm seeing, that he's being He's regressing under this scheme, this play calling, this under Adam Gase. He's regressing. Adam Gase, when he first comes in and he says, "Oh, I'm taking out the QB coach position. Oh, I think I should be the one that's doing that. I'm best for that." I didn't know how to feel about that. I didn't feel good about it. I can tell you that. And I think it's being proven by the play we have on the field. Adam Gase, what's going on? So for one thing, we need a QB coach. And then next up, the next thing is the Jets fans. We know this. We know that Adam Gase is terrible. He's got to go. We know Adam Gase has got to go. I'm sick and tired of seeing people like Boomer Esiason coming out. Boomer Esiason, if you don't know, was a former New York Jet, I believe, in the 80s. I'd have to look back on that because I don't know. I don't know exactly when he played, but I'm pretty sure he played in the days with the uniforms with the Kelly green and the Jets on the helmet. I'm pretty sure that's when he was around when he was QB. He's you go to his show and he's an Adam Gase apologist over there. Well, you got to give it time. You got to give it time. I understand what you're saying, Boomer Esiason, that winning organizations give it time. He even talks about his time in the Jets where they had 3 head coaches in 3 years. I don't want to see something like that. I would not want to see something like that. But we knew from the start Adam Gase wasn't the man, wasn't the answer. When he's on there, and we kind of got over the fact that we never got over it, but we kind of got over complaining that he was the coach for a little bit in the first offseason where he was here, and we were like, okay, let's see what he could put on the field. This is what he put on the field last year. This is what he put on the field. He put unprepared players on the field. And then Adam Gase continues to show the traits that we see that show us that he's not the man. Adam Gase always, in 2019, refused to take responsibility. You thought you saw some change, a little bit of change, maybe a homeboy change. You're like a battered woman thinking that, oh, maybe he'll change one day. Well, he didn't change. He didn't change. Adam Gase is still talking to the media, talking about, oh, he said I would not change the play calling. That it all comes down to the players not making the plays. You know what he's telling us there? It's pretty clear what he's telling us, and his history shows us that this is what he's telling us. He's telling us that his offense just doesn't work if everybody on the field is not a Pro Bowler. And we've seen this before. We've seen this because the only time he's really had any success was when he had one of the best, if not the best, quarterbacks to ever exist running his offense. Really, it was Adam Gase, holding Peyton Manning's hand as Peyton Manning ran Adam Gase's offense. Or probably a modified version of his offense. I'm sure while he's at the line, he's like, okay, I'm going to change this up. This is what I'm going to do, but I like this base, the base of what this offense is. And that's the only time we've ever seen him do anything. And that's Adam Gase is telling us that he cannot get anything done with this roster. He can't get anything done with a roster that's just not all Pro Bowlers. Adam Gase needs everything perfect for his offense to work out. What is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with Christopher Johnson coming out today and backing him again? Why does he have to do that? Because the Jets fans are calling him out once again on his terrible decisions with his Jets organization. It is what it is. It is what it is. This has been years. I'm sick and tired as a Jet fan of the same crap football product being on the field and having to watch I watched other teams this week. It looks like we're not even playing the same sport. The New York Jets are not competing. They're not competing. It's a poor football product that we put out on the field every week. And I have no doubt that we're going to see something similar with the 49ers here. Mostly because they got a wrecking crew for a defensive line and an already above average pretty damn good defensive line in the Bills that we had to face. They already wrecked house because they were coming up the middle. You're going to have Nick Bosa coming up. It's going to be interesting to see Mekhi Becton hang with Nick Bosa because Mekhi Becton had a lot of upside in that first game. But it's going to be the same pony show, dog and pony show. Is that the saying? That's got to be the saying. It's going to be the same thing that we see you trotting out at the field. You know why? Because Adam Gase is at the helm of it. Adam Gase has got to go. That's all I got to say. That's all any Jet fan has to say right now is Adam Gase has got to go. And I'm sick and tired of Adam Gase apologists just trying to say, oh, we should let it pass by because we need continuity finally in the Jets organization. Listen, man, we knew he was the wrong choice to begin with, and here he is doing it again. And also coming out today saying, oh, to the reporters saying, oh, finally you admit we were facing good defenses. This is what I've been saying. He's not the right man. He's not a leader of men. A leader of men doesn't say something like that. A leader of men goes, yeah, we're facing good defenses. I want to see production on the field, even though we're seeing these amazing defenses. Because I believe in my men, because I believe in my scheme, and if something's not working, I can adapt and try to squeeze as much offense as I can from the situation that we're in. But he can't. He's not the man for the job. And I hate, Christopher Johnson's got to see it. He's got to see it. Christopher Johnson's out there capping all day talking about how he still thinks he's a genius. Cap all day long. He's not. Christopher Johnson just doesn't want to, or maybe he does. Maybe Christopher Johnson does love Adam Gase. He's paying him many, many millions of dollars. He picked him up the first time. I would hope he doesn't. But I think as Jets fans, we don't know. What we do know is that I wouldn't be surprised if he's here next year. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And he shouldn't be. The New York Jets are going to stay where they are if no change is made there. And we see, listen, man, everything that he touches, it's going wrong right now. It's going wrong. And once again, all we do is see him on the sideline with his head buried in the playbook. What is he doing? Because you're not making adjustments. You come out with the same offense every time. It is what it is. Thank you for listening. It was a little short episode, but come on. Another week one of abysmal football from the New York Jets. Thank you for listening. Give it a like. Subscribe if you want to hang around. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.